Hello everyone, I'm Nathan Cotney, and today I want to talk about struggles. We all have struggles, we all have personal setbacks, even the people you think are doing really good. I feel like I've had some really great success in my life, and right now I'm going through some personal setbacks. I want to write in more places, write more magazines and publications, and I was working with a editor at a magazine publication that I'd love to get into. And after the course of like weeks of talking with this editor, and I thought it was like a really productive conversation. I thought we were getting somewhere, and she was digging what I was doing. She rejected me from the publication with a form letter. It was terrible. I don't know what happened. And there's another magazine that I've written for before and gotten really great articles and traffic to. And now I can't get a new editor that my editor moved on. I'm trying to kind of connect with a new editor there. Won't return my emails. There's a few things like this. Like even High Rise itself, June just passed, and we missed some goals that we had set for ourselves in terms of traffic and growth. And so I'm just struggling with some stuff, just some personal setbacks. It doesn't feel great. We'll get back to it. Going back to high school. High school was a struggle for me. I got into high school. My freshman year, I got into high school, and somehow I did well in these placement exams to get into high school. And I never really considered myself a very great student, but somehow now I found myself in honors classes and these advanced classes, and it was a struggle. But I had some really awesome teachers, and I did a lot of hard work and got a lot of support from my parents, and somehow I did really well. In fact, so sophomore year, I got called up on stage in front of this class assembly, in front of about 400 people, and they gave me this award for having the highest GPA of my freshman class. I did not expect this. I was completely blown away. But because of this award, I now started having this expectation of myself that I'm a really great student, I guess, and I could get the highest GPA and compete at that high level and maybe I could be valedictorian when I graduate high school. The trouble was I just kept doing more things, and high school became this really big struggle. It was involved in like 5 to 10 clubs. I was doing all these things, and I was doing volleyball all year long, and getting pretty good and trying to compete at volleyball. And here I am just academically just becoming more and more challenged. That sophomore year was my first advanced placement course, this AP history class. And it was really hard, and I made this really maybe poor impression on the teachers there, and they made this really poor impression on me. I don't know what happened. I thought they were assholes, and I thought they were very terrible teachers, and I just didn't do well in the class. So at the end of the of an AP class, you take a test. You can get a 1 through 5. I don't even think you can get a 0. A 0 is like you don't take the test. I got a 1, the worst possible score you can get on this history class. And the test doesn't really matter except for college credit, but it also reflected my GPA. I got a really bad GPA in the class, and now this was now taking me down throughout the rest of my overall GPA. I was losing that class rank, and I was just getting stressed out. I was doing all these all-nighters, trying to do all these other, do well in all these other classes, and I couldn't take it anymore. What am I going to do? Recently, a friend of mine, a really good friend of mine, shared some really awesome advice, and I'll do some magic here, and I'll put in this video of her. What's your advice when I say, Addison, I'm struggling, man. What should I do?
Just go.
Go and?
Just go.
Just go?
Yeah.
And do what?
Do your thing.
Do your thing? Okay, that's really good advice. Thanks. Just go. Do your thing. Really wise words from my precocious 2-year-old. I didn't coach her to say it. I don't know where she comes up with this stuff. We've talked to her about, trying and getting up when she falls down, and somehow she puts this together. Really awesome reminder. So in high school, I remember it was like junior year when I found out this I couldn't take anymore. I couldn't take any more all-nighters. I was stressed out of my mind. And so this one class came up, and there was a project, and I just decided not to do it. I didn't want to do it because I couldn't stay up anymore. I was exhausted. And I thought, okay, now that I got a full night's sleep and I didn't do the project and I'll just take a 0, I decided, you know what, I don't want to take a 0. I'm going to just, now that I have this extra time, I'm going to do the project, but now I'm going to do it my way. I can take some extra time, be a little bit more creative with it, and so I still turned it in. I just dropped it on the teacher's desk and I said, it was days later, and I said, I hope I can still turn this in. And he took it, he looked at it, he gave me 100 on the project, but then he gave me a time penalty. He took like 10% off the project. I got like a 90% in the end. So not an overall bad effect for getting sleep and now being able to like do this project and learn some really interesting things doing the project my way. So I just started doing this for other classes. Like, if I found myself stressed out and that I couldn't do it, I couldn't get the sleep I wanted, I would just not do the project on time. And I would take the extra time, do it my way, do it more creatively, turn it in, get a really great grade, even with time penalties. And all of a sudden, high school became so much more fun. I started enjoying myself again, learning a ton of things, learning more about myself and about stuff I was enjoying doing and what I wanted to do, really much more important things. And all of that, and this reminder for my 2-year-old was just a really great, I think, reminder for all of us that, are you maximizing on things that really don't matter? Class rank? Are you stacking up yourself against your competitors just to see, can you outdo your competitors just by comparing yourself to them? Or can you maximize for something much better? The happiness and the awesome things you can learn in the short amount of time we have on this earth. And I think this was a really nice reminder from my kid to apply that lesson and that lesson I got from high school to some of these new struggles that I have, and get through some of these new things I'm going through. And I hope you can get something from it too. So just go do your thing. So thank you everyone for watching this YouTube channel. It's growing like crazy. We just went past like 400 subscribers. I think I'm at 409, 410 right now. As I publish this, and I'm having a blast. So please share this. If you know someone who could really use the stuff we talk about here, please share this. Ask me anything in the comments. I'd love to have a conversation with you or on Twitter, wherever. And so please subscribe, and I will talk to you soon. Have a good one. Bye.